What BTS said about Jungkook. Part 2, V and Jin. In Run BTS episode 140, V said, Jungkook has such a pure soul. He always takes care of others, even when he's tired himself. I once told him, you don't have to be perfect all the time. Sometimes I forget he's the youngest one. But he just smiled because for him, effort itself is happiness. He said in an interview, 2020, in Bon Voyage, Season 4, 2019, V said softly, Jungkook used to be the youngest one we looked after, but now he's the one who takes care of us. He's not just the Maknae anymore, he's our strength. He didn't say it dramatically, but you could hear the pride in his voice. Because he had seen it, the years of quiet effort, the transformation from a shy boy to a man strong enough to hold others up. In Festa 2020, V admitted, Jungkook always works so hard. Sometimes I worry because he pushes himself too much. I wish he'd take a break and enjoy things more. It wasn't just concern. It was the kind of worry that comes from love. Taeyoung, who believes in living freely, saw how Jungkook constantly demanded perfection from himself. He knew that kind of fire could also burn. In Burn the Stage 2018, V revealed another truth. Jungkook doesn't always show his feelings, but I know he feels things deeply. He keeps a lot inside. He said it while watching Jungkook sit silently backstage, his face calm, but his eyes heavy. V has always been sensitive to emotions. And that day, he saw something no camera could capture. The quiet pain of someone trying too hard to stay strong. In Run BTS episode 65, V laughed and said, he's too good at everything. Singing, dancing, drawing, sports, even games. Sometimes it's scary how talented he is. Everyone laughed. But behind that joke was pure admiration, because V had watched him practice until dawn, fall asleep on the studio floor, and still smile the next morning. In Behind Story Interview 2021, V reflected on their journey together. We grew up together. I saw him fight through so many things, but he never gave up, not once. That line says everything. No details, no big story. Just the truth only someone who's been there could say. V never used fancy words for Jungkook. He didn't need to, because their bond isn't built on praise. It's built on years of silence, laughter, and shared pain. In BTS' Fourth Army Zip magazine interview 2017, Jin said, Jungkook is my everything. It wasn't just a playful line. It was something that came from years of watching the youngest grow. Because Jin was there from the beginning. When Jungkook was just a shy teenager, barely speaking, but already shining. According to Jin, during their trainee days, Jungkook used to avoid eye contact when practicing. He'd focus on getting every move right, every note perfect. And Jin would quietly tell him, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep trying. That was his way of saying, I see you. In Break the Silence. 2020, Jin revealed, Jungkook has grown up so much. He used to rely on us, but now he's the one leading the group on stage. And there was pride in his voice, not as an idol admiring another idol, but as an older brother who had watched the youngest come into his own. During one Run BTS episode, Jin pointed out, Jungkook works too hard. Sometimes I tell him to rest, but he just keeps going. Because Jin knows what it's like to push yourself until there's nothing left. In Bon Voyage Season 3, when the members were having dinner, Jin noticed Jungkook sitting quietly. He didn't say much, but Jin kept glancing at him, making sure he was okay, the way only an older brother would. Between them V's gentle understanding and Jin's steady warmth, Jungkook found balance. Years may pass, but that bond remains. Together, they became his quiet wings. A promise unspoken, that no matter how far he goes, he'll never walk alone.